Dear students, in this video we will see some formulas of the topic plane in three-dimensional geometry. In this video, I will tell you formulas which will be used in this topic. Proof of formulas will be done in some other video. Our formula number one is general form. General form of plane. Suppose we have a plane. Suppose this is plane in 3D. And this red line which I am drawing now is normal to the plane. Normal means perpendicular to the plane. This normal always makes 90 degree with the plane. And one thing you have to remember, normal can be drawn anywhere on the plane and even in opposite direction. If you want to draw the normal in this direction, even then no problem. So normal can be drawn anywhere and in any direction, but it must be perpendicular to the plane. That is the most important requirement of the normal. Normal vector is denoted by n vector. Let direction ratios of normal vector are A, B and C. We are taking one more thing. Suppose here is origin, and from origin we are drawing a perpendicular to the plane. Perpendicular distance of this plane from origin is small p. So what is the formula in this situation? In this situation, the formula is ax plus by plus cz is equal to d. In this formula, you have to put the values of ABC and D. What are ABC? ABC are the direction ratios of the normal. And what is D? D can be defined by this formula, that D upon square root a square plus b square plus c square is equal to small p. Or I can say that D is equal to p into square root of a square plus b square plus c square. Or we can say that D is equal to small p into magnitude of n vector. So D, what is D? D is actually p times of magnitude of n vector. So here I have told you the general form of plane, and this general form of plane is in vector format, vector type equation. Sorry, it is Cartesian type. Cartesian type equation. Cartesian type means when we use x, y and z in the equation, then it becomes Cartesian type. And if r vector comes in the equation, then it is called vector type equation. Now, next we will take vector type equation. The vector type equation is written as r vector dot n vector is equal to d, where r vector is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. It means r vector denotes general point of the plane, and n vector is the normal vector of the plane, and d is same as I told you here. So our formula number one is complete. This formula is called general form of plane, and general form of plane can be further divided into categories: Cartesian type, and this one is vector type. Now we will take our next formula. The formula number two is general form. Normal form. General form we have already studied. Now second one is normal form. In normal form, we have these formulas: Lx plus my plus nz is equal to P, and R vector is equal to R vector dot n cap is equal to P. What are LMN? So LMN are direction cosines of normal. And what is P here? P is equal to perpendicular distance of plane from origin. And in this formula, R vector is general point on the plane. N cap is the n cap means n vector divided by magnitude of n vector. It means n cap is unit vector along the normal vector, and small p is same as I am telling you here. So this formula is vector type, and this formula is Cartesian type. Next formula number 3. Intercept form. Let us draw x, y, z axis first. Okay, this point is origin here, and it is x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Now let us consider a plane. Suppose this time we are taking plane in the shape of a triangle. You see, you have a triangle. The triangle is intersecting the x-axis here, y-axis here, and z-axis here. Let us consider that this distance is capital A, and it is capital B, and it is capital C. So in this situation, the equation of plane will be x upon A plus y upon B plus z upon C is equal to 1, where what are ABC? A is equal to intercept on x-axis. Similarly, what is B? B is intercept on y-axis. And what is C? C is intercept on z-axis. And obviously, this is in Cartesian format. What is the meaning of Cartesian format? Cartesian format is that in which x, y, z are used. And when x, y, z are not used, R vector is used, that becomes the vector form. Next, number 4, point and normal form. Point dash normal form. Suppose we have a plane. Let us consider we are having this plane, and this red color vector is the normal vector, which is denoted by n vector, and its direction ratios are as usual ABC. Here we have a point on the plane. Coordinates of this point are x1, y1, z1, and in the vector form this point is a vector. So the coordinates of this point are x1, y1, z1, and in vector form this point is a vector. It means I can say that a vector is equal to x1 I cap, y1 j cap, z1 k cap. And since direction ratios of normal are ABC, so I can say that n vector is equal to ai cap, bj cap, and ck cap. So this and this are telling us the relationship between coordinates of point and the vector value of point. And the second one is telling us the vector form of normal It is telling us the relation between normal vector and its direction ratios. Now, main thing that what are the formulas? R vector dot n vector is equal to A vector dot n vector. This formula is in vector format. And if we talk about Cartesian form, then formula is A into x minus x1 plus B into y minus y1 plus C into z minus z1 is equal to 0. So by using this formula, you can find out equation of plane when a point is given to you and normal vector is given to you. Next, number 5, 3 points form. 3 points form. Suppose we have a plane on which 3 points are given to us. This point is having coordinates x1, y1, z1 and its vector value is a vector. Another point is x2, y2, z2 are the coordinates of it and its vector value is b vector. Third point is c vector whose coordinates are x3, y3 and z3. So you are having a plane on which there are 3 points and these 3 points must not be collinear. Must not be collinear means if these 3 points becomes collinear, in that case you will not be able to find out the equation of plane. You can find out the equation of plane with the help of 3 points only in that case when the 3 points are non-collinear. Okay, so we can also say that 3 points are non-collinear. Okay, now if I want to write the relation between a vector and x1, y1, z1, then a vector will be equal to x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. It is telling us the relationship between coordinates of a point and its vector value. In the same way, you can make b vector, you can make c vector. Okay, let us come to the main thing that what are the formulas in this situation. R vector minus a vector dot b minus a and cross c minus a equal to 0. This is the vector type formula in which you will have to put the values of a vector, b vector and c vector and r vector will be kept same. On second number, if we talk about Cartesian form, then the formula is determinant x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1 is equal to 0. So this is the Cartesian type of the equation of plane when the 3 points are given to us. Next, we are coming to formula number 6. Plane through the intersection line of two given planes. This one is very important formula. We will take this formula into two cases. Case first, if r vector dot n vector equal to q1 and r vector dot n2 vector equal to q2 be two given planes. then equation of required plane r vector dot n1 vector plus lambda times of n2 vector is equal to q1 plus lambda q2. Second, if a1x plus b1y plus c1z equal to d1 and a2x plus b2y plus c2z equal to d2 be two given planes, then equation of required plane a1 plus lambda times of a2x plus b1 plus lambda times of b2x b2y c1 plus lambda times of c2z is equal to d1 plus lambda times of d2, where lambda will be obtained according to the condition given in the question. So plane through the intersection line of two given planes. So we have to learn this formula in two ways, in vector type and in Cartesian type. Okay, let us come to next formula. Angle between two planes. Angle between two planes it's same as the angle between their normals. Angle between two planes it's same as the angle between their normals, and following formulas are used to find out the angles. Suppose we have two planes. uh, Equation of first plane is a1x b1y plus c1z equal to d1 and a2x plus b2y plus c2z equal to d2. Then formula of cos theta will be modulus a1 a2 b1 b2 plus c1 c2 under root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. What are a1 b1 c1? A1 b1 c1 are the direction ratios of the normal to the first plane, and a2 b2 c2 are the direction ratios of normal to the second plane. And cos theta has another formula L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2. What are L1 M1 N1? L1 M1 N1 are the direction cosines of the normal to the first plane, and similarly L2 M2 N2 are the direction cosines of the normal to the second plane. Second situation, if our planes are r vector dot n1 vector equal to q1 and r vector dot n2 vector equal to q2. If we have the equations of plane in this format, that is vector format, then the formula of cos theta is modulus n1 vector dot n2 vector upon magnitude of n1 vector and magnitude of n2 vector. What is n1 vector? N1 vector is the normal vector of first plane and n2 vector is the normal of the second plane. It is Cartesian format and it is vector format. Next, condition of parallel planes. If two planes are parallel, then following conditions are satisfied, that a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. Second, L1 upon L2 is equal to M1 upon M2 is equal to N1 upon N2. And third, B1 vector cross B2 vector is equal to 0. If two planes are parallel, then all these three conditions are satisfied. On the other hand, condition of perpendicular planes. If two planes are perpendicular, then following conditions are satisfied. A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 equal to 0. L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 equal to 0 and N1 vector dot N2 vector equal to 0. Next, angle between line and plane. Angle between line and plane. Suppose we have a line whose equation is r vector equal to a vector plus lambda b vector, and we have a plane whose equation is r vector dot n vector is equal to q. Then angle between this line and this plane will be obtained by this formula. Sine theta is equal to modulus b vector dot n vector upon magnitude of b vector and magnitude of n vector. Next formula. Perpendicular distance of a plane from a point. Perpendicular distance of a plane from a point. Suppose we have a plane its equation is r vector dot n vector is equal to q, or you can say that okay, leave it, r dot n equal to q, it is in vector form. And if I take Cartesian form, then I can say ax plus by plus cz equal to d. This is vector equation and this is Cartesian equation. Okay, we have a point here. Its coordinates are x1 y1 z1, and in vector form its value is a vector. From this point we are drawing a perpendicular to the plane and we are interested in finding this perpendicular distance. Then there are two formulas for this. Perpendicular distance is equal to modulus a vector dot n vector minus q upon magnitude of n vector, or perpendicular distance is equal to modulus ax1 by1 cz1 minus d upon square root a square plus b square plus c square. This formula is in vector form and this formula is in Cartesian form. Next formula, and it is last formula, coplanar lines. If two lines lie in same plane, then these are called coplanar. Okay, so actually coplanar lines are of two types. Coplanar lines are either parallel or intersecting. Actually, sometime I told you that if we have two lines, then two lines are either skew or coplanar. If two lines are skew, then those lines will not be coplanar, and if two lines are coplanar, then those lines will not be skew. And if the lines are coplanar, then in that case, these are further divided into categories: parallel, intersecting. So what are the skew lines? Skew lines are those lines which are neither parallel nor intersecting. If we want to define skew lines, then how can I say skew lines are those lines which are neither parallel and nor intersecting? So here our topic is coplanar lines, and in by using this formula, you will be able to find whether the two given lines are coplanar or not. So condition of coplanar lines. First, if two lines are if two lines are x minus x1 upon a1 is equal to y minus y1 upon b1, z minus z1 upon c1, and x minus x2 upon a2 is equal to y minus y2 upon b2 equal to z minus z2 upon c2. Suppose we have two lines whose Cartesian equations are descendants. Then condition of coplanar lines will be determinant x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 is equal to 0. If this condition is satisfied, then the two given lines will become coplanar. So if two lines are given to you in Cartesian form, so what you will do, you will try to satisfy this condition. And if this condition is satisfied, then the given lines will be coplanar. Now on the second number, suppose two given lines are, if two given lines are r vector dot n1 vector, r vector is equal to a1 vector plus lambda b1 vector, and r vector is equal to a2 vector plus mu b2 vector. If suppose these two lines are given to us, then condition is b1 vector cross b2 dot a2 minus a1 is equal to 0. So if this condition is satisfied, then the two given lines, this and this, will become coplanar. Thank you very much.